Alright, so I just want to let y'all know that I will be doing a live commentary stream for the big fight this weekend. Remember, there will be no footage. It will just be me commentating over the fight and telling you guys what I see. So if you guys want to see that live stream, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and hitting that notification bell so you get notified when I go live. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so it is fight week. And we got another intriguing one coming up on Showtime when Gervonta "Tank" Davis, one of the most exciting young fighters in boxing, takes on another exciting young fighter in Rolando Romero. This matchup will be in the lightweight division. In this video, I'm going to give my preview and prediction on who I think will win this fight and what I want to see from both fighters. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here, back at it with another video. Today, we're talking boxing. Staying consistent. We got a good matchup coming up this weekend, and a very intriguing matchup between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Rolando Romero. Bad blood in this fight is all I can say. So yeah, let's get right into it. Obviously, I've had Tank featured on this channel before. Everybody knows who Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Even if you don't watch boxing, you know who Gervonta "Tank" Davis is. 26 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, but that all-important knockout category is what he specializes in. 24 big wins by way of knockout. He has a 92% knockout ratio. He holds the WBA World Lightweight title, a version of it, I think. He's 27, he's southpaw, he's only 5'5", 67-inch reach, and he is from Baltimore, Maryland. That East Coast. Gervonta "Tank" Davis' last fight was against, obviously, Isaac Cruz. I did a video on that a couple months ago, in which he beat Isaac Cruz by unanimous decision. It was a tough fight. I can say Isaac Cruz gave him a little bit of trouble at points, but ultimately Tank won the fight by unanimous decision. Tank, in this fight, I really can't say I want to see anything from him, because just like last week with David Benavidez, there's really nothing Tank doesn't do well. He can box, he can slug with people, he has good footwork, he has a good jab, he has good body work, good hand speed, good mental fortitude in the ring. I mean, you could just go off a list. You can just check a list with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. There's nothing really that Gervonta does wrong. I will say he starts slow. He starts really slow, and you know, Romero is not going to start slow. So if I had to say he needs to do one thing, I would say he needs to kind of keep Romero honest. Don't let him start too fast, because if Romero gets into a rhythm, he can really. Romero is a really big puncher as well. I'll get to him in a minute. But another thing I can probably say for Tank, and I can't even really say this, is that he might need to keep his defense tight. Now, in the last fight against Isaac Cruz, his defense was as tight as ever. And then previously, when he fought Mario Barrios, it felt like Mario couldn't land anything at that point. So Tank's defense is really, really good. I will say he needs to keep it tight. There are some points where he'll let his defense down and he'll get caught on the ropes like he did with Barrios or Cruz. So he can't let himself get caught on them ropes. Other than that, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is a perfect fighter in my opinion. He's a pound-for-pound fighter in my opinion. And there's really nothing he doesn't do well. The only way I see him losing this fight is if if his mental fortitude isn't there and he's distracted by the whole thing going on with Mayweather. So, with that being said, Rolando Romero, he's no joke either. He's a pretty good fighter. Of course, he's 14-0, 14 wins, no losses, no draws. He has 12 big wins by way of KO. Yes, he can punch as well. He's also known as Rolly. He's 26. He's orthodox. He's 5'8", and he has a 68-inch reach, so he's bigger than Tank, and he's longer, and he's quite long. He is from Las Vegas, Nevada. So, Rolando Romero. What can I say about Rolando Romero? He's confident. I can give him that. He's really, really confident that he can beat Tank at his own game and knock him out. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I can't really say too much bad about Rolando Romero. He's a very talented fighter. The only thing I'm worried about with him going into this fight is obviously he talks too much, in my opinion. And he talks a lot, and He's gonna have to back that up. And two, his level of competition is very, very limited. The best fighter he's fought is Anthony Yiggett, and previously it was Jackson Martinez in a fight he honestly didn't win, in my opinion. So, with that being said, Rolly Romero, he can start you if you are not careful. He has a lot of power in both hands. He's very unorthodox. Very, very unorthodox. He's coming in with no game plan whatsoever. He's just going to wing it. His last fight was, of course, against Anthony Yiggett, in which he just beat Yiggett to the ground. Power is the one thing I can say with him. He's very unorthodox. He's coming in shape. He's always in shape for his fight, so he works hard in training. What I would like to see from Romero is I need him to, slow down a little bit. Romero's defense can be very, very lackluster, especially in that fight against, I think it was Jackson Martinez, who gave him a lot of trouble. And Martinez was hitting Romero with clean shots, and shots that, honestly, if Romero gets hit by these shots by Tank, he might not be able to stand up. Now, Romero is a power puncher. He is a straight power puncher, and he's gonna throw a lot of punches. He's gonna want to be the aggressor. I would say, maybe he needs to take a step back and try to bait Tank into something, or he could follow the Isaac Cruz route. If he's going to be aggressive, try to push Gervonta Tank Davis back to the ropes. If you get Tank on the ropes, he won't be nearly as fast, and he won't be nearly as fleet-footed as he usually is in the open ring. Tank's defense can kind of slip up a little bit on the ropes, especially in that fight against Isaac Cruz and Mario Barrios. So that is a bit of a problem with Tank. So if Romero is able to get Gervonta Tank Davis on the ropes, maybe he can land that big punch to get Tank up out of there, but I just don't see it. Honestly, for Romero, if he's going to be aggressive, I think that's the biggest key, is he's going to have to find a way to make Tank sit still, because Tank is not just, he's not just going to let Romero hit him. He's very slick, he's very elusive, and Tank can counterpunch as well. So Romero will have to trap Tank on the ropes, or he's going to have to take a step back and bait Tank into something. That's the keys for Romero. Honestly, if I had to pick a winner in this fight, I'm going Tank by 7th round knockout. Yeah, I think he's going to start Rolly Romero, and I don't even think Tank is going to have to do any work. Romero's defensive lapses will do the work for Tank. Eventually, Romero, he'll start strong. I do think he'll start strong, but eventually Romero will show flaws in his defense, and Tank will download all that data like he usually does, and he'll make adjustments in fight. And with Romero, when some of his slip-ups, he can honestly get caught with something big and be out. So I got Gervonta Tank Davis by 7th round knockout. Honestly, this fight doesn't do too much for Tank. It's just a way to, to shut Romero up for once. But it doesn't really do much for Tank. Honestly, this will probably be his last fight with Mayweather, from what I'm hearing. So he's going to be looking for bigger matchups. He's going to be looking for Devin Haney. I know he's called out Devin Haney recently. So honestly, if Tank handles business and he doesn't get distracted by Rolly Romero's antics, he should be able to win this fight easily. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who you guys think will win? Are you going with good old Gervonta Tank Davis, or are you picking the underdog and Rolly Romero? I'm not saying Romero isn't a good fighter. He's just very flawed at times. So let me know who you guys are picking in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button, as it helps the channel grow. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop one of these boxing videos. We got a lot of good fights coming up next week. Don't forget, next week is Devin Haney versus George Kambosos, so be looking out for that. Share this video with your friends to get them ready for fight week. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.